Good evening, everyone, and welcome to 12 News at 5. I'm Karima Devine.
And I'm Troy Hayden. We are now entering the third week in the search for 84-year-old Nancy Guthrie, who is believed to have been taken from her Tucson home. Today, the Pima County Sheriff said he has cleared all members of the Guthrie family and spouses and children as possible suspects in this case.
Currently, officials are awaiting DNA results on the glove that was found last week just a couple of miles away from Guthrie's home. The glove appears to match the glove seen on the surveillance video outside of Nancy's home over the weekend. Savannah took to Instagram, speaking directly to whoever may be responsible for her mother's disappearance.
And you're not lost or alone. And it is never too late to do the right thing.
12 News journalist Gabriella Becerra is live outside the Pima County Sheriff's Department. And Gabby, I see this as being one of the biggest developments so far, that they have actually ruled out the entire family. There's been so much speculation, and I would believe these are the first people that have been ruled out of this case altogether, Gabby.
That's right, Troy. And the Pima County Sheriff didn't tell us what led his detectives to ruling out family members as possible suspects in this case, but they now appear confident that Nancy's children and her in-laws didn't have anything to do with her disappearance. I want to read you a statement that Sheriff Chris Nanos shared with us just a little while ago. It says, quote, "To be clear, the Guthrie family, to include all siblings and spouses, have been cleared as possible suspects in this case. The family has been nothing but cooperative and gracious and are victims in this case. To suggest otherwise is not only wrong, it is cruel. The Guthrie family are victims, plain and simple. Please, I'm begging you, the media, to honor your profession and report with some sense of compassion and professionalism." Now, at Sheriff Nanos' last press conference, which was now more than a week ago, he said it would be irresponsible of him to rule out anyone in this case. But the new information also comes after investigators say they found DNA evidence from someone other than Nancy Guthrie inside her house. It's unclear if that DNA has been identified to a specific person yet, but the sheriff told NBC News that it didn't belong to anyone in close contact with her. We also know the FBI is running DNA of an unknown male found on a glove near Nancy's home through a national database called CODIS to see if there are any matches. I asked a retired Phoenix police commander for insight on the family being cleared from this case, and this is what he told me.
Why would you do that? Why would you call them out publicly and say, well, we looked at you? No, you don't do that. You just let it ride out. You let the investigation continue.
And I asked the FBI for a response to the sheriff saying that those family members have been ruled out as possible suspects, and they have not responded. And I also asked them if there is an update on that DNA, but they again have not responded to that request either. We do know that investigators continue to look for the person who was seen on Nancy's doorbell camera the night she disappeared. Anyone with information about who that person could be is asked to contact the FBI at 1-800-CALL-FBI. Live in Tucson, Gabriella Becerra, 12 News.
So we're talking about two samples of DNA, correct, Gabby? The one that was found inside the home that you would think, would likely have something to do with what's going on, and then the glove. So it'd be one thing if they matched. About 24 hours is what we're hearing, right, is what they would need to process this and put it in the database, correct?
That's right. I was told that as soon as the FBI has that DNA, right now they're just waiting on some confirmation testing to assure that it's 100%. But once they had that DNA, it will be uploaded into CODIS within 24 hours, and then they'll begin running searches on that just hours apart to see if it produces any matches. And I did speak with an expert who tells me not only are they going to be looking for full matches, but also partial matches to see if that DNA could be linked to any family members of this person.
All right.
Yeah, a lot of rumors flying around on social media involving the family. So hopefully the sheriff coming out and saying that the family are not suspects will put an end to some of that.
Yeah, and you think about what they've been going through. It's on top of this, right?
Right.
Having Nancy gone. All right, Gabby, thank you.